Hello, it's Marceline, the worthless femboy boy. And in this video, I'm making a new series on my channel. I wanted to do this for a while, but the real world sucks. And enough is enough. So this is the Gems of Newgrounds. Basically, I want to cover things I love that come from Newgrounds. What's Newgrounds? In a nutshell, it's an entertainment website founded by the Lord, the Savior, the Handsome, the Road, sexy devil himself, Tom Fulp. Now, there's a lot of shit in the site, but every site has shit in it. But there's also some really neat stuff which I want to cover them. To top it all off, you can access whatever I mention right now. It's there! That's hella cool! You can experience what I'm talking about right now! Now, to start off this series, we're going to cover a flash game that I adore, Samantha Wins, which by the way was made by one person in 1 month. What? Now, I need to mention a disclaimer. I am not sponsored at all. I am a supporter on Newgrounds, meaning I donated to the site, because I don't want it to go away. I care about it. But, in no means was I paid to do this. This is all coming from my heart. With that out of the way, let's go! What is Samantha Wins? What is it doing? How is it? What's it up to? Reading the description, it's an experimental game of love, loss, and identity. Well, that's it. Next! Okay, Serial. So I'm gonna have to be broad about it at first, try not to spoil anything. I'm doing this to try and get you Raiders to check out the game first. Wait, you know what? I don't have to. Pause the video, go to the description and play it. Then come back, alright? That way I don't have to tiptoe around what the story is. That saves me time, you get to play an amazing flash game, so yeah, do that now. So, hello again. If you're back from playing it, welcome. I hope you were blown away by the game, and you might be a little confused, but that's okay. I was too. And now I shall try my best to explain what happened with full spoilers. If you didn't play Samantha Wins and you're here, well, get ready to be spoiled? You have been warned. So, James Sunderland is the real monster in Silent Hill 2! For reals, let's do this. The setup is, you wake up, you wonder, where the fuck am I? Explore the different rooms, trying to make sense of it all. Then you meet Samantha, and she wants to play. Of course, why would you? You are lost, and you don't know who you are. Nevertheless, you play. The game appears to be a racing game. Wow, wicked! And you lose to Samantha. Like the cat said you would. Oh. You're back at square one. Or are you? Every time you wakes up, little bits of information can be found. More rooms to discover. Small little changes are happening. You learn more, but it's still very confusing. Like the character Red. Red is clearly in a state of anger and guilt, his words oozing of red blood. Then he will jump scare you when you get too close to him, in your first encounter. A good jump scare, by the way, more on that later. It brings up the question, what's his problem? Then there's a room too dark to explore. You refuses to go in there. I love that little detail. You is like a blank state, literally, but they're expressing their fear of the dark. That's a cool way to learn something about the character. They're afraid of the dark, and it's not just random pointless information, it connects to the gameplay. You refuses the player to enter the room. I love it. Remember, this is a flash game made by one person in 1 month. Then there's another room which looks like some kind of play? You is the star, but wait, you can't perform. The crowd hates it. Boo! Not very good. Failure. Your fault. Wakey, eggy bakey? Looks like you need to learn how to perform if she wants to get through the play. You find items, and they do give some info, but not really. Like it goes with the theme of being lost and confused. Like picking up the family photo. It's blurry. It implies that you maybe doesn't fully want to see it. Or maybe he needs glasses? I don't know. Hey, you found a skirt. It feels like you can dance forever in it. As a femboy, I approve of that message. Like dancing in a skirt feels nice. But wear safety shorts underneath. Don't expose your undies, Raiders. Oh wow, a wild Samantha has appeared and she wants to play again. You plays the game again. And you loses again. Wow, what a surprise. Wakey wakey. Now you is pretty alarmed, asking questions about who am I? What is happening? Where am I? Damn it, cat, give us the answers. With the skirt, you can perform and get through the stage. I don't know how that works, but hey, clothes are part of us, and wearing something that makes you feel comfortable gives you comfort and confidence. I guess it does make sense, hehe. A brush. Wow, it gives you hair. Oh wow, I wish hair would work like that, but for real, you is slowly becoming more of a person and not a blank slate. Plus, you is starting to look a lot like Samantha. Oh, what could that mean? Again, Samantha wants to play a game with you. Again, you is getting slowly more frustrated, and they want answers, and Sam does not care. Not in the slightest. And again, you loses. And again, crash. Will you ever win? Spoilers, no, you don't win. Nah, won't happen. Sorry, no can do. Win is impossible. It's just the rules. I don't make them. So, Kat explains even if you keep losing, it's about taking the chance and trying to get a different outcome. No, this isn't just a game we're talking about, and I think that's a very powerful line. Do we all try to change, even if most likely we will lose? Ah, you found a wild sweater. Comfortable much? Yes. Again, we return to Sam, and yeah, you is not having it, screaming. But Sam isn't fazed by it. Let's play. You is pissed. With no choice, you play again. And can you guess? You loses again. You waits up, and Kat gives you a straight answer. It's not Sam who needs to let go, but you have to let go of her. The next room you goes into, there's a car and a pair of glasses. She wears the glasses. Everything is clearer now, both physically and mentally. With the glasses, the items you picked up have new meaning to them. More of that in the gameplay section. The skirt was Yu's dancing dress. Both him and Samantha would dance together. Samantha gave you the confidence on the stage, and not to be afraid. The brush is important because it relates to Yu's and Samantha's hair colour. That's so cute, to be honest. The sweater belonged to Samantha, and it was too big for you. However, wearing it felt like Sam is still hugging her. That's so sweet, and so sad. The glasses is interesting. It was the first time you and Sam became different. Sam didn't need glasses, but her love for you was so strong that she painted a pair of glasses on her own face. Why is Sam so amazing? The blurred picture was a family picture of a better time. No wonder you couldn't look at it, forced to make it blurry. The picture in the heart frame. It's you and Sam together. Close. The line about performing alone. It has a double meaning. This implies that Sam and you were dancers on stage, and it also means that since Sam was in an accident, you has to live on their own. I want to cry. The necklace was a birthday gift from Sam, and we learn that Sam gave you the nickname Cat. Cat? Cat? Okay, that makes sense now. The cat was kind of like a guardian, and since Cat is engraved on the necklace, the guardian came from Sam. Even after the accident, Sam is looking out for you. My heart can't take it anymore. One last time, you play with Sam. You isn't mad anymore. She wants to. She understands the truth now. And then, the most gut-wrenching line is said in the game. I will miss this. This time, you wins, and Samantha crashes. Now, it's time to learn what happened. It's time to explain it. Samantha was in a car accident. She was announced dead before surgery could happen. Reddington, the driver, suffered minor injuries to the head. However, the police have held him for holding and questioning. Plus, when tested for alcohol and drug levels, they both came negative. Now you witnessed the parents saying goodbye to their baby, You wake up one last time. The picture frames with no photos. You took them out because it was too much for her. When viewing the mirror, you reflects a bit. Red must be in a lot of pain. So is Mum and Dad. Then the last thing you does is play Samantha's video game, all alone. That is Samantha Wins. To explain it from my point of view, this is a psychological dream that you is going through. She is dealing with the trauma of losing Samantha. Every loop, every time she wakes up, plays a game of Samantha, acquiring the items, you is slowly accepting what happened. By playing the video game in the end, she is making the first step in trying to move on. Plus, you is slowly getting that identity back. When Sam died, she died too, in a way. And by getting clothing again, she slowly gained pieces of herself back. In addition, the creator did respond to a review by saying it was close to the truth. I'll put their interpretation on the screen right now. It is only interpretation though, so do remember that, but it's only right I shared it here. So yeah, I love the story. It's so simple, but powerful at the same time. Plus, it's a small flash game. With very little, it tells an incredible, depressing, and heart-wrenching story. You know, for a flash game that was made in 1 month by one person, I think that's amazing. So yeah, the story is the best part of the game. It's sad, but bittersweet in a way. You is reacting to what happens to Sam, and it's heartbreaking, but she's accepting it. We can't say you has a happy ending, but maybe, just maybe, she can move on, and live for Samantha. With that said, let's dive a little deeper, shall we? Let's cover the cast of characters in a little more detail, shall we? Let's start with you. There's a lot to cover here. Firstly, we actually don't know the gender, sex, or sexuality of you. That's intentional. You see, you isn't just someone who was close to Samantha. They represent the idea of identity. More on that later because I have a symbolism section coming up. But we can still explore the possible relationships and what gender you is. So, you could be the sister of Samantha. The evidence for this one is that she refers to Sam's parents as Mum and Dad. When speaking about how close you was to Sam, you can make the argument they are siblings. They both have bright hair, they do look very similar, maybe even twins. However, you could make the argument they were just really close friends. Like the dad doesn't refer to you as a daughter, but calls you Cat. Not once does you refer to Sam as a sister. In addition, the words you uses to talk about Sam, in my opinion, sound like you and Sam are friends, close friends. And again, I have to reference the review that the creator responded to about you and Sam being sisters, but in my opinion, I think they were friends. You was very close with Sam, her parents, and Red. That's just me though. Okay, so what gender is you? So the first answer that most people would think of, well, is female. That makes sense, right? As you play the game, you wears a blonde hair, skirt, sweater, and you does resemble Sam a lot. However, you could definitely make the case that you is a feminine male. Femboys such as myself wear wigs, makeup, skirts, and like to dance. In my opinion, I don't think you is male or female. I think they're non-binary. Someone who's trying to find their identity again. After the loss of Sam, they literally turned into a blank slate. They're trying to find themselves again. In my opinion, after the game finishes, I like to believe you finally became who they wanted to be. And that's okay. That's okay that we don't know the answer. Sometimes there isn't an answer. And yeah, like, I understand that some people may choose what gender and who you is. However, for me, I don't know, even though it's just a game and it's not real, I don't want to take that away from you, you know? So, I like to believe that after this whole ordeal, they became the best of the best you. In addition, you seems to be really soft and selfless. She feels bad for how everyone else must be feeling over the loss of Samantha. You even feels bad for Red, which really speaks volume on their character. You was an alright person that went through a deep loss. Okay, Samantha's next. For a game that revolves around Samantha, we actually know very little about her. We only know who she is through others. So we know that she was kind to you and cared about them. She loved Red, her parents miss her, and of course, she loved to dance and play video games, even with very little. We know a lot about Samantha. Her death impacted those she knew greatly. She was loved. We, the player, feel that too. The creator should definitely pat themselves on the back to write a character with very little information, but make them loved and impactful. Not everyone can do that. Reddington is an interesting character. He is Sam's boyfriend. At first, it's very easy to blame Red for Sam's death. If you feel like it is his fault, you could definitely make that case. The fact that the police took him into custody, it implies that there wasn't any other cars involved. The car accident that happened is on Red alone. However, regardless if it was just an accident or his fault, he loved Samantha, and he blames himself for what happened. He is consumed by guilt. The room he's in is a jail. Physically he's in one, and mentally too. He says sorry to you. He refers to you as Cat. He is in a horrible state, and unlike you, most likely he won't be able to move on. If you want to blame him for Samantha's death, by all means do so. But goddamn does he feel so guilty. And personally, I feel a little bad for him too. We know very little about Samantha. Well, the parents, we know even more little about them. However, with what we're given, they seem like decent people. They love Samantha, Red, and you. Last but not least, Cat. Cat is also quite interesting because Cat isn't real and was formed in Yu's dream state. We know that Sam gave Yu the nickname Cat, even engraved it in a necklace and was given to you. In a way, Cat is like a guardian for you, telling you what they need to hear. Plus, since Yu was given the necklace by Sam, it's like she is still with you, protecting her. And Cat could be that idea, but has formed into a cat. It is confusing, but that's my take on it. I hope I made some sense. There is quite a bit of symbolism. Some of it simple, others more complex. For real, I'm not complaining. Listen, we can all point at Silent Hill 2 and be like, oh, mother of all symbolism! That's cool, but not everything has to be complex. Simple is nice too, so let's cover them. The glasses are pretty simple. Physically, they help you to see, and since they also change the item descriptions, in a mental way, they also help you understand what's happening and what she needs to accept and move on. In the video game, Samantha gets a head start by moving before the countdown ends. This kind of symbolizes how Red crashes the car. Maybe he skipped a traffic light, moved when he should have waited. Small and missable detail, but in my opinion, it's a very important one. The loop that happens is symbolic of being stuck in a situation. Yu is wanting to escape and trying again, until Yu understands the truth. Then they can finally break free of the loop. Linked with the loop, Yu waking up over and over again. It symbolizes how days can go past and nothing has really changed. We live in repeated cycles over and over. We sleep, wake up, act, eat, sleep again. Rinse and repeat. The video game is one of the more complex ones. Not only was it something that Yu loved to play with Samantha, the video game connects Sam with Yu and Sam with the crash. It's an innocent device that becomes tainted. It also represents a car accident. Every time Yu plays with Sam, she witnesses the crash. It's ironic. The framing of the video game is also interesting. It's a bird's eye point of view. You could see this as a CCTV footage of the crash. Literally, you are witnessing the crash as it happens. In addition, losing equals loss of Samantha. You are observing Samantha's death. Losing in the game has big weight to it. You being confused and not knowing what is happening. This is a representation of repressing one's memory, trying to pretend Samantha's death never happened. This is like James in Silent Hill 2, with the mirror scene. We all sometimes want to forget the bad things that happens in our lives. We all have our own ways of doing it. The rooms is a very simple symbolism, such as Red being in the jail cell, he's in one mentally and physically, the room of the car, which is foreshadowing the crash. Yeah, the rooms ones are simple, but it's cute and I like it. Cat being the guardian type character, because Cat was Yu's nickname given by Sam, plus the necklace, yada yada, I explained this before. And the name of the game is ironic. I just wanted to say that. She does win, but does she win? Last but not least, clothing and identity. This one is super complex, and I'll try my best with it. So let's start. Clothes do in fact play a large part of our identity. As a feminist, I believe that our true selves are when we are naked. We are pure in our naked bodies. However, clothing does play a part in who we are as well. I'm a femboy. That means to me to be myself, to be comfortable. I want to wear skirts, makeup, long wigs, get my nails done, wear lipstick, and be feminine. If I wore jeans or suits, that's not me. They don't make me happy. One day I would love to dye my hair pink. I connect with the colour pink. Plus, the best colour is black, and I want my whole wardrobe to be nothing but 99% black. Everyone has their own identity, and they too want to wear clothes that make them happy. The fact that a simple flash game that focuses on a depressing story covers this complex topic so simply, but effectively, this is so powerful and so true. I love how Yu mentions how the skirt gives her confidence to dance, and how she is comfortable wearing the sweater because it belonged to Samantha. This is great representation of clothing and identity. As lovely and amazing as this is, there is a not so nice aspect to it, and it is also shown in Samantha Wins. You see, Yu seems really similar looking to Sam, right? Clothing, hair, but the difference is Yu wears glasses. Don't you see what's happening? Instead of Yu being themselves, they're copying Sam. She is hurting so bad, for her to cope, he is literally becoming Sam. We know that they are comfortable in her clothings. In the heart picture frame, they appear to wear the same clothes. So I don't think Sam's case is that bad. However, this does show the reality that a lot of young people idolize real life people to the point they want to copy them to a T. There was even a case where someone paid for expensive surgery to try and change their race. Yeah, that's really bad. Idol culture is really harmful. So yeah, I love Samantha Wins. It doesn't shy in showing how clothes impacts our identity in both a positive and negative light. Post-edit mama here again. I totally forgot another symbolism, that the crowd, when you go into the room of the play, they are very hostile and very judgmental of you, and this also, this symbolizes how much you is judging themselves. So the crowd is you, and they are basically judging themselves for what happened to Samantha, and in a way blames herself for what happened to Samantha. So yeah, I totally missed that one, but yeah, I just replayed the game and I was like, oh wait, the crowd, they play an important role too. So yeah, back to the video. Bye! In terms of gameplay, it's quite simple, but that's okay because it doesn't need to be anything more. You explore rooms, you pick up/wear items, then you can proceed, the loop of waking up, playing a video game with Sam. This is all very basic, and I have seen some comments on Newgrounds saying the gameplay was kind of meh. They say they desired more in the gameplay department. Okay, like what? What system would you like to be included in this game? Maybe it would have been nice if we could drag and place the items on you so they can wear the clothing. That could work, but the game still works without it. I don't know. It's very simple, but simple is okay. The story, to be honest, is where the game shines the most. Plus, art is art, so boo-hoo, go play other games. Leave Samantha Wins alone. Now, I have to mention there are little gameplay elements that I really appreciate in the Flash game. Like how the items description changes when you wear the glasses. That's really cool. It reminds me of Mary's letter in Silent Hill 2. At first, it's just a letter with an envelope. Then the writing disappears. Then the paper. Then the envelope itself. It's like maybe the letter never existed in the first place. Ooh. So yeah, a small Flash game made by one person in 1 month, adding such a cool feature is pretty dope. You don't see that in AAA games. Or how about Red's jump scare? It's a good jump scare. No loud music, no image pop up, it happens quick and takes you by surprise. It only happens once, and to be honest, it's great. Not only does it make the player jump a little, but it reinforces how much guilt Red is going through, Plus, I respect how the game doesn't hold your hand. It adds to the stress of visiting each room and the confusion you is going through. And of course, there are medals to be earned as well, which is nice. I love the visuals. It feels right. It feels charming. It's simple, but it works. It definitely stands out. Care was put into the game's visuals. There's the glitches, which I have to say is done really well. I've seen games with bigger budgets get lazy when inserting glitches type effects into their games, and I can tell you that the dev really worked hard to make sure the glitches look genuine. For a game made by one person in 1 month, that's pretty excellent in my opinion. Oh yeah, there is this cute little detail when you hover the mouse on the thumbnail of the game before you click on it. A little message is there and it says, "You lose." I love that. I don't know where to put this, so I don't care. I'm putting it here. You gotta deal with it. It's amazing, and I love little details like that. There's not much to say when it comes to the sound. I love the theme song, which is played on loop when you start up the game. Not only does it fit with the theme of loops, but it's really good, and it fits with the game. Could the game benefit from more tracks? Sure. However, it must be said this game was made in 1 month by one person, so in my opinion it's okay to be lenient regarding the use of one track. In addition, the sound design in general is top notch. I love the glitch sound, I love how each character has a different sound effect when talking. Legit, that adds character and uniqueness to them. Now that can't be said for Cat, Sam and you, because they all share the same one. Now, it kind of makes sense that Cat and Sam share it, because Sam was the one who gave the nickname to you, and so initially Sam made Cat, and I guess it can work for you too, since if we're referencing the symbolism again, if you wanted to be Sam through identity and clothing, it doesn't make sense she tries to sound like her too, but I do wish you was different from Sam's and Cat's voice, but that's a nitpick. And last but not least, the sound when the video game is being played really feels genuine too. Like, I love it a lot. I can't say for sure how the dev was inspired when making Samantha Wins, however in my opinion the Flash game uses concepts from Silent Hill 2, 3 and 4. Not only does it use them, but it's done in a way that makes it unique. In Silent Hill 2, it's about a dude named James who needs to face the truth of what he's done, and in a way, let go. In Silent Hill 3, the atmosphere is unnerving, not horrifying, but it makes you feel nervous, a little stressed. In Silent Hill 4, there's a loop system of going back and forth into Henry's room. Samantha Wins takes all three and blends it into one. Oh my god, it is beautiful. You don't even notice it. That's how good the game is. The irony that this game does Silent Hill 2 better than the Western Silent Hill games. Samantha Wins was made by one dude in 1 month. The game is so beautiful and well made. How does a small Flash game achieve so much? Serial, this dev needs to have a team working on their ideas. Someone fund the dev now. They should be leading in AAA game projects. How does a simple, small Flash game do better than 99% of AAA games when it comes to story? What? Let me repeat myself. Samantha Wins is a small Flash game made by one person in 1 month. It's unique, it's creative, it's beautiful, and it tells a heartbreaking story. It has more care put into it than most AAA games. Wow. The game did get some recognition it deserved. It was posted on the front page of Newgrounds in 2014. It won the best game for Halloween in 2014, rightfully so, and it got 4th place overall for Game of the Month. Small victories, but victories nevertheless. Ooh, it's Samantha, play a video game with me! No, sorry, it's editing Mama here. And while I was editing, I just realized that it also takes elements from Jacob's Ladder, a really amazing horror film, which also inspired Silent Hill 2, and that's when the rooms are changing. You go into a different room and they change completely. That's from Jacob's Ladder. That's another one. and I almost didn't think about that. So yeah, that's another really cool concept which I really loved and reminded me of Jacob Zada. So yeah, back to the video. Any time now. I said back to the video. Abort, cancel, change back, get out of editing, mama, go, cancel. So, the video is coming to an end. Samantha Wins isn't just a beautiful and a tragic flash game. It represents the idea that even a small flash game that isn't too long can still tell a powerful story with its limitations. You don't need millions of money or a giant dev team. As long as one person has the will to make something they are passionate about, then that's all it takes. Samantha Wins is bloody inspirational. If you are interested in the creator and want to check them out, I'll leave their links in the description. Unfortunately, they haven't posted a new game on Newgrounds since Samantha Wins. However, they seem to be very active, so definitely check them out. With that said, hopefully this will be the start of a new series on my channel. There's a lot to love when it comes to Newgrounds, and this femboy is on a mission, lol. Well, Raiders, see ya. This video isn't over yet. A massive shout out and love to Zinovia Star for making the avatar sprite for the thumbnail of this video. It looks amazing. Zinovia Star is absolutely fabulous, and I am in love with her work. Guess what? This is an order! Go and support her work! Commission her! I never ask for likes, comments or subs, but creators who are a part of my video in small or big ways, I will always promote them. So what are you waiting for? Go! Support Zinovia Star now! Her links are in the description. Support Zinovia Star. Do it!